What are some of the most brutal ways a skullcrawler has died? Well, today we're going to be reacting 5 brutal skullcrawler execution by Mechagodzilla himself. Unfortunately, I couldn't get Mechagodzilla on this video. It's just gonna be me, so let's go.
Hidden under a clandestine facility hides the most malevolent and brutal man-made weapon of all time, Mechagodzilla.
I can beat him. I can beat Mecha.
A real killing machine, this giant robot had to go through a series of tests against live subjects with the objective of learning to wield its arsenal of weaponry with killing precision. Today, the simulation arena will be bathed in blood as we demonstrate the many ways these skullcrawlers would have been brutally
This execution is crazy.
this metallic terror in the art of war. This episode will get bloody, so remember, if you enjoy this content, do not forget to like this video, subscribe.
Exactly, guys. Hit that subscribe button right now. I'm watching.
Godzilla's Temple of Doom. Before we discuss the first method of tearing up our first skullcrawler, let's first discuss the disturbing architecture of this facility.
It's a huge place, bro.
That this location was in the shape of a pyramid with an inverted staircase.
Ooh, that looks amazing, bro.
Of the dead titans and then be absorbed by Mechagodzilla. This mech would then benefit from this essence in some way or form. Whether this death energy.
Yo, why did they choose to do Mechagodzilla? You know what I mean? Not like a robot like Pacific Rim. This is curious to me. Let me know in the comments what you guys think.
Matter is truly terrifying.
What's up guys, Jacob here. Over on Dangerville, we are really going in-depth discussing the dark secrets of Apex's sacrifice pit here. And we mean that literally. And a few more reasons why you would really hate being a skullcrawler or any titan other than Mechagodzilla.
Skullcrawler, man, get out of here. They're the weakest.
Thursday, June 9th, so be ready for it. So how many are we killing today, guys?
Glad you asked, Jacob. Today we pre-selected a total of 5 adult skullcrawlers that are large and mature enough to take part in the following 5 executions that will test all sorts of different weapons. Now let's get ready to witness the first demonstration. Number 1, dismemberment.
Oh my, no, don't tell me he's gonna rip him apart.
The tearing of limbs.
Oh my god, yo, Mecha, what's wrong with you, bro?
Forelimb strength by the way Mechagodzilla lands critical hits against the G-Man with ease, punching him repeatedly and single-handedly tossing this 99,000-ton kaiju like a ragdoll across Hong Kong.
Bro, just acted like I was nothing. He just picked me up, threw me around. I'd still beat him if I wasn't tired.
Won't just get ripped apart in a few moments, but also flayed in the process. By zooming into Mechagodzilla's hands, we find small buzzsaws that resemble industrial grinders. Jared Krichevsky, the creator of this mech, mentioned that these were strong enough to bite into the Titan hides. This allowed it to have a much better grip against its victims. Given the strength of this mech, we can now run the test and tear this skullcrawler limb from limb.
That is brutal. Why would you ever do that?
So strong that they could literally tear the skullcrawler.
Oh my, yo!
Sockets. Would Mechagodzilla do this? We will guess that yes, Mechagodzilla could also yank out the insides from this skullcrawler too, killing it in an instant. You may think this is overkill, but for the purposes of this simulation, we need to put these weapons to the test to be 100% sure these are effective against larger titans. Also, don't forget that during this testing phase, Mechagodzilla would have been controlled via psionic link, taking commands from a human pilot, in this case, Ren Serizawa. So even if these moves looked a little bit too human-like, it would be because there is in fact a human behind all of these.
Yo, what human ever says, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna tear out somebody's arms. Who does that? I'm telling you, it's Kevin. It's Kevin.
Another weapon, the meat grinders. These aren't the ones on its hands, these are the grinders found inside its mouth. Yes, these here are rotating discs that when put in contact with any fleshy tissue will bite into it and turn it into
I see it over there.
We're unfortunate to not see this in live action, but that's why we are here to show you. In this second demonstration,
I mean, he can bite that. That's good to know.
Out in a position where it could use its mouth grinders. A good place to test it
would
be here.
Yo.
These grinders would now begin peeling the outer layer of skin, followed by the outward layers of flesh.
That is brutal, bro. These are, yo, if this is number 2, what is number 5? I mean, if this is number 4, what is number 1?
So far, we have covered 2 melee weapons. Now let's switch gears and test some ranged weaponry. Number 3, explosive weaponry. Testing weapons such as missiles in a closed facility is risky, but note that this is no ordinary base. In the film, we see that certain areas of this facility were resistant to powerful blasts, such as the proton scream, and remained relatively intact. So it's safe to test some puny missile weapons here. Our third subject.
Yo, how much did that facility cost?
Let's now focus on where these missile launchers are located. We witnessed 2 locations where these were placed, the shoulder-railed missile launchers along its back, and some smaller launchers hidden on its shoulders. But that's not all. Krzyzewski also mentioned that Mechagodzilla would have had extra missile launchers hidden in its chest, making this creature well equipped to launch a forward barrage of missile fire. In this scenario, the technology that will need testing would be Mechagodzilla's ability to direct and target the vulnerable areas of this skullcrawler. Once locked, this Titan's AI would then cue the missiles to strike and hit on the specified targets. In this case, the skullcrawler never stood a chance. Getting bombarded from all areas only means that it would suffer severe third-degree burns. And if it survived, Mechagodzilla would simply approach it and finish it off. Before we initialize the 4th scenario, we want to thank you guys for helping us blast through 500k subscribers.
No problem, bro.
So in turn, we are now giving away not 1, but 2 SH Monster Arts Mechagodzilla's number 4
Proton Scream. Wait, he can kill someone with just his roar?
In action against both Godzilla and Skullcrawler number 10. This would have been the most powerful in its arsenal of weaponry and would have taken hundreds of billions of dollars to develop such a weapon in real life. Which is why it was imperative for this weapon to go through many rounds of testing to ensure that it was effective and powerful enough to inflict damage against all kaiju. In the film, we saw that this weapon was fired through the Skullcrawler's mouth. But what if instead of hitting it here, it was hit on another location? Our next demonstration will feature the next victim being held in this manner. The objective? To slice. If projected long enough, Mechagodzilla's proton scream would penetrate.
Yo, is Mechagodzilla's scream stronger than my atomic beam? Like, I know you guys might be like, yeah, it is because he beat you, but like, I was tired. Come on, guys. So let me know which one is stronger.
Testing weapon upgrades in Mechagodzilla's proton scream. Now that we've concluded our ranged weapon testing, let's go back to the final and most brutal of all melee weapons found in Mechagodzilla.
His tail. Ooh.
Tail scythes. The last weapon we are going to test today is found at the very tip of its tail. These 2 spikes can spin and split into 2 additional sides, forming a 4-bladed weapon that spins at high speed.
I wish Kong got hit by these. I don't like that monkey.
Because this mech is manned by a human, Ren Serizawa would have needed some practice getting used to using a prehensile tail, since humans are not equipped with one in real life. Learning how to use this effectively was imperative against other kaiju that could use similar weapons effectively. In this scenario, our next skullcrawler is now subjugated in this manner, and the pilot will now aim for these 2 locations.
Bro.
Note that once these things pierce, anything in the path of those spinning blades would have been literally liquefied, completely destroying any organ that it comes across, inflicting irreparable damage.
Mecha,
now,
why didn't you do it?
Successfully hits its target. It will now finish off this skullcrawler by accurately impaling it from its vocal orifice.
Alright, bro. Mechagodzilla is ruthless.
First round of tests, and Mechagodzilla is one step closer to becoming Godzilla's nemesis. Admittedly, it was mentioned by Adam Wingard that had Godzilla not fought Kong earlier, this Titan would have had enough energy to successfully defeat this Mechagodzilla. But
you hear that, guys?
It was also mentioned that if a physical sample of this radioactive material was used to power this Titan, then Mechagodzilla would have also been even more powerful.
I mean, that is true, yeah.
Reverse-engineered energy sample made by Apex. This was just a sneak peek of what could have happened inside this.
I mean, Mechagodzilla is strong. Nobody's saying he's not. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of this video. If you guys liked it, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you guys thought. Am I stronger than Mechagodzilla? Anyways, it's been your boy Godzilla, guys. Peace.